Okay, very good. So let's get started. Let's warm up. I know it's early. I know you are probably in your pajamas or something, but let's get started with the class. Okay, so we have a warm up. And the question is, what have you been up to? What have you been up to? What's new? What's up in your life? Okay. So here right now, your objective, babies, is to tell me something about yourselves that I don't know. You have to give me a piece of information that I don't know. You have to spill the tea, okay? So share information about yourself that's new or that you haven't mentioned before. Tell me something I don't know. I'll start, okay? I'll be the first one. Something that about me that you don't know is that I recently adopted a Tamagotchi, okay? I adopted it at the beginning of last month and it has already died 3 times. So that's very dramatic for me. Okay, but yes, now I am a Tamagotchi mother besides being a Chihuahua mother. And it is very difficult to take care of a Tamagotchi. Okay, so there you go. That's something about me that you guys didn't know. Now, victim or volunteer?
Volunteer.
Volunteer, perfect. Sabdi, tell me something about you that we don't know.
Well, and this week I adopt a puppy, and
Oh, uh-huh.
this, well, I have a few change in my routine, like clean and wake up early and something like that.
Yes, puppies are a lot of work. I mean, dogs in general, but especially puppies. And what is your puppy's name?
Django.
Django. All right, very good. And what kind of dog is Django? Do you know?
Oh, it's a callejero.
Okay, I have a friend. Of course, that's not a real word. Okay, yeah. What I'm gonna tell you is something invented. But I have a friend who calls them streeters because they come from the street. Okay.
Oh,
All right. Okay, so you can say he's a streeter, perhaps. Okay, anyways, that's not a real word, by the way. Okay, thank you very much, Saudi. All right, now a victim. Let's see. Let's see. Julie, tell me something I don't know.
Um, maybe I don't know, but um, I'm live in USA and I have a job.
You have a job. Where are you working?
Yeah, in a working. Um, well, for a little, little time, sometime, I don't know, a little time. I have a job in a cafe.
In a cafe. Okay,
Yeah,
that's super nice. So, Julie, you are making those dollars. Make it rain.
yeah,
Yeah, girl. Okay, Julie, enjoy the working experience, enjoy your money, but also promise me that you are going to save a little of that money so that if you eventually come back to Mexico, it transforms into a lot of pesos.
yeah. Maybe I cry when return to Mexico, but it's okay. And sometimes I practice my English with the persons who speak English here,
Yes,
the
you should.
gringos.
You should. Yes, of course, gringos are good practice. Where exactly in the States are you?
In Delaware.
Oh, in Delaware. All right. Nice.
Yeah.
I actually remember the very first time I got to practice with a gringo. It wasn't in the States, it was here in Veracruz. But this African American fellow moved to like my area and we used to have an internet cafe, you know, a chat. So I remember that he was one of our customers. He would come here in the afternoons to rent a computer and he didn't speak that much Spanish, and you know, mothers, Mexican mothers, she was immediately like, oh, don't worry, my daughter speaks English. And I was like, no, mom. I was super nervous, super nervous. It was very intimidating, but I think that those experiences are going to be super beneficial for you. So good, thank you very much. Okay, now volunteer. We have one volunteer, one victim. Volunteer.
Me, teacher.
Me.
Okay. Oh my God, I have two volunteers. Okay, I think it was Adri first. Adri, was it you?
Yes.
Thank you. Tell me something I don't know.
Well, I would like donate my hair, but I need a new hairstyle.
a new hairstyle. All right, yeah, that's an amazing thing that you are considering donating your hair. How long does your hair need to be? Because I know there is a minimum amount of hair that they need to cut, no? Do you know, Adri?
20 or 30.
Centimeters.
Yes.
Oh, wow. So do you think you're going to do it? When do you think you're going to do it?
I don't know. Maybe next year because I can going to Veracruz.
Okay, all right, maybe next year. All right, nice. You know, I am also thinking of cutting my hair real short, like super short. Like next time you see me, I'll probably be like rocking a pelona hairstyle or something like that. Not like Britney in 2008, no. Something less drastic, but I'm thinking of cutting my hair. But I can't donate mine because it's being colored, and since, you know, when you donate hair, it has to be natural hair. So too bad. Thank you very much, Adri. Okay, now the next one has to be a victim, and then we'll go back to the Huawei P30, who doesn't have a name, but said she wanted to volunteer. Okay, victim. Nicole,
Yes, teacher.
tell me
Hi.
something I don't know. Tell me something new.
I have a new nephew.
Oh, you have a new nephew. Oh my gosh.
Yes,
What is his name?
Ricardo.
Oh my God. And when was he born?
In January?
In January. So
Yeah.
he's what, 8 or 9 months old? Yeah, right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my
yeah.
God, he's a pandemic baby.
Yeah.
I have heard amazing stories about pandemic babies. They have like
Yeah.
superpowers and they are like pretty special. Okay, nice. Congratulations, by the way, on having a new nephew. And
Thank
do you
you.
see him every day?
Yeah, he lives with me.
Oh, amazing. And how do you feel about having a baby at home?
It's like my what's the word for hijo? Se me olvidó.
Your son? He's like your son?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So I can already see you returning to La Normal with your son in answer, with your
Yeah.
nephew. Okay, so thank you very much. Now, Huawei P30, who are you?
Marcela.
Hi, Marce, thank you very much. Okay, all right. So Marce, tell me something I don't know.
I started again the healthy life. It's my 5th try,
Your
I
5th
guess.
try. You know, it's because having a healthy lifestyle, it is hard. To be honest, I respect people who can do it consistently, like all the time. Me too. Like I do it like in seasons, you know, like, okay, yes, I try to have a healthy lifestyle, and then I go to Krispy Kreme, for example. So that makes no sense, right? But anyways, okay. And are you following a diet, Marce? Or are you
No,
exercising? What are you doing?
I'm just trying to eat healthier.
Healthier. Okay, that's
But
nice.
it's really difficult for me because I don't like healthy food.
You don't like healthy food. For example, I have a
No,
big trouble with vegetables. I'm not a big fan of vegetables, but vegetables
no, me
are
neither.
part of a healthy diet. Yeah, I know. And are you cooking or does your mom cook?
My mom cooks because I don't have time, and she's trying to eat healthier too because she's sick.
Okay. Give me a second. I'm writing to Pau. Pau, maybe you can't hear me, but if you can hear me, please check the message in the chat. Give me a sec, Pau. Okay, so I texted Pau. There we go. All right, so let's see now. The next one has to be a victim again. Victim. Okay, victim. Yes, Jessie,
And yes, teacher.
tell me something I don't know.
I have a pet.
Mhm.
And he's a dog, and his name is Dobby, like Dobby the
Like
Elfie.
Dobby, yes.
The friend.
Okay,
He's
and
a
what color is
boyero.
Dobby?
Is black with white and a little coffee.
A little brown.
I'm Brown.
Brown.
He is a boyero. He is a
Okay.
boyero suizo.
I don't know what kind of dog that is. You're gonna have to send us a picture of Dobby via WhatsApp so that we can meet him. Okay.
Yes. Last week we went to the veterinary
Uh-huh.
and he said that Dobby has rheumatism.
Oh, seriously?
Yes.
How old is he? Did you rescue him?
Why?
Did you,
Perdón,
did you rescue
él-
him? Like, is he a rescue dog?
no. My aunt nos lo regaló. Mi tía nos los regaló cuando era pequeñito, tenía como un mes.
Okay, how old is he now?
Apenas cumplió un año.
He's one and he already has those problems. So I'm really sorry. Please take care of him. You know, dogs are always like
Yes,
our
sure,
babies,
thanks.
no? Okay, all right, excellent. Okay, so moving on. Now for the next activity, you know, by the way, people who participate right now, excellent job, all of you. Now, let's do something different. You didn't want to mention something that's new with your life. Okay, so rest of the people mention something you know about me. You know me, we've been together for 2 years. What's something that you know about me? Anything. Victim. Jime.
You prefer the books from the movies?
I prefer books than movies or to movies. Yeah, perfect. Excellent. Pau. Pau, you can use your microphone or the chat as you prefer.
You have 3 chihuahuas?
Thank you. I have 3 chihuahuas. Yeah, that's something else you know about me. Okay, Pau, can you select the victim? Victim, Pau? I select the victim. Perfect. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Jasmine. Oh, Pau said Milton. I'm sorry. Jasmine, you are saved. Pau said Milton. Milton.
You love it, read book?
I love to read books. Okay, yeah, of course, but that's like easy because you can see all the books behind me. But okay, now that's cheating. Milton, select the victim.
Sam.
Sam.
Teacher, Sam tiene problemas con internet.
Oh, thank you very much for letting me know. All right, thank you. Tell her not to worry. Okay, Ale.
You like Harry Potter?
Yes, that's true. I am obsessed. Oh, something else that you don't know is that during the vacations, I marathoned, or I binged on all the Harry Potter movies and the Fantastic Beasts ones. So yes, okay, thank you. Now, Alex, select the victim.
Marce?
Marce?
Teacher makes a delicious carbonara pasta.
Oh my gosh, you remember? Yes, I haven't made it in a while, but yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's really good. Okay, victim.
Yuri.
Judy.
Me, teacher. You are married and you have a monster in love. Sorry, teacher.
Oh my gosh, I'm
can't
so
forget
glad.
that.
I'm so glad I am wearing my earphones right now. Imagine if I wasn't. Oh my gosh. So yeah, but it is true. I mean, it is true. By the way, I think I might visit her next year. So anyways, all right. Okay, thank you. So you see, the kind of information that you can express right now is like very varied. I mean, you can express like basic information, not so basic information. So there we go. That's why we are doing all of this today, okay, to see where we are. Okay, and moving on. So now, no, Prezi. Prezi hates me, I'm telling you. Okay, there we go again. I'll reload it. I don't know why Prezi hates me. I mean, Prezi, I love you. Why do you hate me? So there we go. All right, so let's see. How far have you come? So babies, I decided to include here a picture of all of the interchange books that are designed for escuelas normales, because remember that the English program was specially designed for escuelas normales around the country, right? So how far have we come? When you started in the first semester, you guys didn't start with yellow. You guys started directly on red, okay? And then from red, we did 1 year of red, then we did 1 year of purple, and right now we are going to our final year in blue, all right? So let's try to remember what we did in like those 2 years. First red and then purple. So red, during that first year of English classes, what we checked was how to give personal information, how to discuss routines, how to talk about preferences, how to talk about past events and general experiences, being the difference that for past events you use the moment, okay? Like for example, I got a Tamagotchi last month. That's a specific moment, okay? And general experience is when I tell you that the Tamagotchi has died 3 times. I'm not telling you exactly when, but it has already died 3 times. This is my 4th attempt at keeping the Tamagotchi alive, okay? So simple past and present perfect. And we also worked on descriptions, how to give a description of your house, how to give a description of your best friend, of your favorite singer, etc., etc., etc. All right? Those were the objectives during red. And it is perhaps something kind of simple. You guys use the majority of those structures right now during the previous 2 activities. But in this moment, I have like a challenge for you. I have an activity that you are not going to do directly with me, something that you're going to do in teams right now, okay? And I am going to be like spying on the teams, and that's part of this like mini oral exercise. So what is the situation? I want you to imagine, really imagine that you have graduated, okay? So you have graduated, you finished the 5th semester, the 6th semester, the 7th semester, the 8th semester, you defended your thesis or your portfolio or your informe. So you graduated and you got your plaza, all right? So I want you to see yourselves that, manifest that into the universe, okay? Into existence. So I want you to imagine that you already graduated and you are starting your first job as a teacher. So imagine you are traveling to the place where you're gonna have your plaza, which is something some of your compañeros from Urechis just did, all right? So in that case and in that scenario, can you see yourselves? ¿Ya se vieron? Con la plaza, las maletas y todo. Yes. Can you see yourselves?
Yes, teacher.
Ya se ven con la maleta y ¿qué ven la maleta? Toda la
Yes.
ropa, va la mascota. Please don't steal your nephew, Nicole, all right? Don't take the baby. The baby should not go to you with you to the new plaza place, all right? Okay, good. So imagine you have everything in your suitcase, okay? Everything you need, and you're gonna start your first job. To start your first job, the first step is going to be to attend the CT, okay? El Consejo Técnico for a week. So during that week, you're going to get to meet and know a little bit more about your co-workers, the other teachers, unless you are a menos que te toque ser unitario, but let's imagine that's not the case. Let's imagine you are going to a school with other teachers, all right? So here the question is, how would you introduce yourself? Because introductions are the very first thing that we did when we were in red. And we said, well, hello, my name is Millie. I am 35 years old. I am from Veracruz. And that was it. It was very limited. But I want you to imagine how you would introduce yourselves at your new job if you had to do it in English. What kind of information would you give? Because you want to perhaps give a good impression. So you can use anything you want. You can talk about routines, about the past, about general experiences. What would you say to introduce yourselves? That is the challenge right now. And that is what you're going to do in teams in a minute, all right? Now, the rest of the team, because you're gonna take turns, okay? Like one person is going to introduce him or herself. Please really imagine that it's a new school, that you don't know each other. pónganse en el papel de profesionales, los que ya llevan años de servicio al resto del equipo y el que viene de nuevo ingreso al sistema, ¿ok? So the other people, you have to ask questions for that coworker or to that coworker, all right? And we're gonna start taking turns. But I really, really, really want you to like commit to your roles. I really want you to like meterse en el papel. That's commit to your role, all right? Really, really métanse en el papel. A los que les toque preguntar, ustedes ya llevan años de servicio, es la persona nueva, ¿qué le preguntarían? El que es la persona nueva, what would you say? All right? Okay, so right now I am gonna divide you into different teams. Give me a second. So, something I notice right now is that you don't ask a lot of questions. And you know, you're gonna notice once you start working at a real school that people ask you a bunch of things. They ask you professional things, but they also ask you personal things. And I mean, in my experience, if they don't ask you, it's because maybe they are a little bit antipathic, pero si les toca llegar a un lugar que sea muy amigable, los van a interrogar hasta de lo que no, okay? For example, for the girls, I am pretty sure one of the first questions is going to be like, oh, and do you have a boyfriend in your hometown? Things like those. So something I noticed right now is that you don't ask a lot of questions. And here the intention, babies, in this last level, which is blue, you have to ask as many questions as possible. All right, so that my recommendation is ask more questions. Okay, so let's keep going. Oh, Prezi. The real question is, why does Prezi hate me today? Prezi, but I love you. Why do you hate me? Que refresque. Thank you. Give me a second. Okay, there we go again. Guys, my recommendation is don't use Prezi anymore. Prezi is slow. Creo que es porque estoy usando Safari. Si van a usar Prezi en Chrome. Okay, there we go. So yeah, the different levels. That was for red. And now for purple, which was our second year in English. Okay, so for purple, what we checked in, the last year was comparing, because we check comparatives and superlatives. We check descriptions of your hometowns. You made posters. You told us about where you come from, etc. We also talked about our childhoods, okay? And you had a Tumblr space where you posted about your favorite toys and favorite singers and a bunch of different things. We also worked on ordering food at a restaurant, making plans, and different cooking methods, all right? Okay, so now this is the challenge. Here I have 5 different options. The options are as follow. Option number 1 for the challenge is make plans with a partner, okay? Do you remember how to make plans? Babies, try to make plans with me. ¿Cómo empezarían si quisieran hacer planes conmigo? Anyone?
Hi, teacher. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine, here as usual, working, okay? So now, plans.
That's so sad. Do you want to go out?
Okay,
Or
perfect. One question is, do you want to go out? Oh, yes, please take me out. What would you like to do?
I think we should go to dinner.
We should go out and have dinner. Okay, perfect. Yes, I'm game for dinner. Okay, let's do it. So where would you like to eat?
Soto tacos.
Oh, Soto tacos. Yes, I'm going to order some empanadas. Pastor empanadas. Yeah, perfect. Okay, there you go. So that is one approach. One approach was, do you want to go out? ¿Qué otro approach podríamos tomar? ¿Cuál es otra forma de hacer planes? Anybody? What do you remember?
Me.
Okay,
Teacher,
tell me.
Are you busy for the Saturday?
Perfect. That is another approach. Are you
Or
busy on Saturday? Okay, perfect. Are you busy on Saturday at 8? All right. And then here, if I say, oh, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm busy on Saturday, but what about Friday? What about Sunday? Ofreces otras opciones. Excellent. Thank you very much. Or if I say, no, I'm not busy, I'm free. Why?
Ya se me olvidó qué iba a decir.
Invent whatever you want.
Would you like go to a concert with me?
Would you like to go to a concert with me? Sure. Who's playing?
EXO.
EXO. Oh, yes, please, let's go. How much are the tickets?
I don't know.
You don't know, but you're rich, so we can go. Perfect. All
Yeah.
right. So you see, that is another approach. So do you want to go out? It's very direct. Are you busy on Saturday? Is another one. Anything else? Any other question that we can use to start making plans? Vamos, bebés, piensen. Esto lo vimos el año pasado. Yes, Ale.
Are you doing anything on Friday night?
Excellent. That's the third question. Are you doing anything on Friday night? Well, yes, actually I am. I have to check some homework from the green level, and it is a lot of work. Why?
Do you want to see movie with me?
Oh, yeah, sure. I mean, yes, I do, but not on Friday, please, because I'm very busy. Are you busy on Sunday?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, you are busy. No, I'm sorry. I'm busy on Friday. You are busy on Sunday. So that's terrible. So you see, that's like the first thing you have to do when you're going to make plans. Then you invite the person, and the person is probably going to ask you a lot of questions. Se tiene que preguntar a dónde, a qué hora, different things. All right. Now, the second option in the challenge is to ask a partner how to cook something. Okay, sorry, I had a message in the chat. Let me see. Sorry, Esther said, what days are you free to go out and eat? Okay, that's another approach, yes. So, ni para no andarle adivinando de, are you busy on Friday? Are you free on Saturday? Directo, what days are you free? Oh, I'm free on Tuesday. Let's do something on Tuesday. Esther, do you want to go to... ¿El cafecito todavía existe? Cielito lindo ya no existe, me dijeron. I don't know. Okay, me inventé un lugar. So that's the idea. Now, the next option in the challenge. Ask a partner how to cook something. Okay. Milton, aprovechando que lo estábamos discutiendo ahorita, Milton, how do you make pizza?
My cousin teacher.
But you never see your cousin make pizza?
No, but no, because I delivery boy. And
You are the delivery boy. Okay, all right. Okay, different question, Milton. Then, Milton, how do you make empanadas?
my mom, my mother.
No, but how? How do you make empanadas? Todos deberíamos de saber la teoría.
Pues,
Because we are
prepara
jarochos.
la masa.
Okay, the dough. She prepares the dough.
And in the pot, meat or cheese in the dough, in the masa. And said, how do you say doblar?
Fold, como en folder, fold. She
And
folds.
fold and in the fry. Yeah.
And that's it. Okay, well, those are like very easy empanadas. Te saltaste como 5 pasos con la preparada de la masa. Well, thank you, Milton. Thank you.
Bueno, pero
She prepares the masa magically, no? O sea, ni sabes qué le echa, okay? All right,
Yeah,
thanks,
teacher.
Milton.
Le echa
Milton.
sal and milk.
And milk. Yeah, well, yeah, you're right. Okay, yeah, I
Yarina.
guess some people add salt and water, but yeah, I guess it's also possible to add milk. Thank you, Milton. Thank you. Milton, your homework is to observe your cousin while he or she's making the pizzas, okay? So that you can tell us how to make pizza.
Okay, teacher.
Okay, victim. Vale.
Yes,
Vale,
teacher.
what's your favorite food?
My favorite food are something we call croquetas.
Oh, croquetas.
They are like masa, but I don't know how to say harina.
Flour.
Salt, perejil, chicken, and I forget how to say jamón.
Ham. Okay, how do you make them?
You put all of the things in a recipient, in a big recipient, because you need to ¿cómo se dice amasar?
Knead. I'll write in the chat. You need to knead.
Yes, you
Okay.
have to knead, and they go you fry. You need to fry it, but they are, how can I say, empanizados?
Breaded. The
Breaded.
pan, they are breaded. Okay,
They
and do you
go
fry
breaded.
them?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. You know, my mom sometimes makes them, but she bakes them. She puts them in the oven. But to be honest, they are better when you fry them. Yes. All right. Thank you very much, Vale. All right, Vale, can you select the victim? Someone who hasn't participated today.
Alondra.
Alondra, para mí que Alondra ya participó, pero ok, Alo.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, Alo, do you know how to make pancakes?
So.
Okay, how do you make pancakes, Alo?
Add milk, eggs, flour, butter, yeah.
And that's it. Okay, magic, you have pancakes. All right. Okay, and after you add the ingredients, okay, ya los tengo en un recipiente. What should I do? Luego, ¿qué? Mix. You mix them?
Mix,
Yes.
the ingredients. Lo licuo.
Blend.
Blend and beat in sartén.
En a pan.
En a pan. And pour the mix in the pan.
The mix on the pan. All right, thank you very much. Babies, I am noticing that this is the unit that's giving us trouble right now, okay? Because you guys don't remember a lot of the verbs. So let's do something different, okay? Yo voy a decir el verbo de cocina en español y ustedes me van a poner en el chat o van a abrir micrófonos para decirme qué verbo es en inglés, ¿ok? So vamos a ver, el primero. Uno que ya usamos, freír.
Fry.
Hornear.
Bake.
Ok, rebanar.
Slice.
Slice, yes. Licuar.
Mix.
Blend.
Blend, thank you. Licuar es blend. Mezclar.
Mix.
Untar. Spread, con E, muy bien. Spread, okay, excellent, Dana. So, spread, all right, what else? Colocar. Put. Okay, añadir.
Add.
Vertir. Vertir. Pour. Okay, very good. So you have to keep those verbs in mind because without those verbs, we cannot give instructions. Okay, so add, pour, mix, blend, fry, bake, all right, etc. Spread, slice. What about picar?
Chop.
Chop,
Chop.
very good chop, yes. So you see, you remember. Okay, excellent. Now, everybody together, give me instructions to make algo que todos sepamos hacer.
Chocomilk.
Give me instructions to make a maruchan. ¿Por dónde empiezo con la maruchan?
First boil a maruchan.
I boil the maruchan, o sea, agarro el vasito y lo pongo en la estufa.
No, like
No, vamos a morir.
She's by.
Okay.
She say bye.
Okay, first, okay, we have to buy it. Okay, we'll buy the maruchan. Okay, I have the maruchan here. And then?
You need to boil the water.
You need to boil water. Uh-huh. And then?
And then when the water is red, it's boiling, you add it until the mark, I think.
Okay,
And
¿se dan cuenta que
you-
nunca abrimos la maruchan?
Ah, yeah.
Bebés nunca han hecho una maruchan, seriously.
I can't eat maruchan,
No
teacher.
sé si
I'm so
estoy
sorry.
contenta porque no las comen o triste porque nunca lo han hecho. Okay, anyways. Okay, so, okay, you buy the maruchan, you boil water, you open the maruchan, and then Gladys said we should add the water until a mark. Yes, you know, maruchan cups usually have a mark inside. Dice agua hasta aquí. Okay, and then?
You need to close the maruchan again and leave it for 5 minutes, I
Something
think.
like that. I don't remember. Siempre tengo que leer instrucción. 5 minutes, 3 minutes, something like that.
And then it's supposed to be ready, your maruchan.
And then it's supposed to be ready. So finally you add whatever condiments you want. Like, for example, my adoptive daughter, she adds mayonnaise to the maruchan. To be honest, it's not bad. Una vez me lo dio a probar y no sabía mal. Okay, so she adds mayo. My husband adds Valentina, all right? Then you mix and it's ready. Enjoy. So you see, that's how you make a maruchan. Una más porque se nos atoran los verbos. Okay, let's see. How do you make? ¿Qué otra cosa sabemos hacer todos? Es que algunos no sabemos cocinar, como yo. Algo que consideren que todo el mundo sabe hacer. Ay, no, cereal is too simple, Jasmine, come on.
Sandwich?
A sandwich? A sandwich. Okay, how do you make a sandwich?
Well, if you have organic bread, you slice two.
Ooh la la.
Like rebanadas?
Miss French. Okay, very good. Okay, if you have like a loaf of bread. A loaf of bread es cuando te venden la hogaza de pan completa. No es tan común aquí porque casi todos compramos Bimbo, ¿no? Y esas cosas, but well, you buy a loaf of bread and then you slice it. Okay, supongamos que ya tenemos las rebanadas o tenemos el Bimbo listo. Abrimos la bolsa, y luego.
Later, you spread mayo and more mayo.
Mayo and more mayo. Okay, what else do you spread besides mayo? Give me ideas, guys. What do you spread on your sandwiches? Babies, do you make sandwiches or does your mother make sandwiches for you?
Again, I can eat sandwiches.
Mustard, maybe? Okay.
Or ketchup?
Ketchup, yes, ketchup. Actually, my husband likes sandwiches with ketchup. I don't like them, but anyway. Okay, so anything else? Okay, we spread those things, the mayo, the ketchup, the mustard.
I sometimes spread guacamole.
Seriously, guac on
Yeah.
sandwiches? Well, that's original. I might try it. Okay, and then?
After that, add some jam.
Jam es mermelada. With the guacamole, that'd be interesting.
No, like jamón.
Ham, okay, very good. So
ham and a slice of cheese.
Of cheese, okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much. All right, and then?
And then you, ¿cómo se puede decir que lo cierras?
You close the sandwich, you put the two pieces together,
You close the sandwich. You put in a pan for doré color.
Okay, you put it on a pan. You could say you toast it or you put it on a pan until it's brown. Eso significa hasta que se tueste, okay? Until it's brown. And then you enjoy, you eat it, all right? So, guys, I think we're gonna practice with this unit again because I have videos of you guys preparing pancakes and Carlota and different things, but I think we need to review those verbs, okay? So, but thank you. Now, the next aspect that we should do, according to what we checked in purple, is describe your hometown, all right? So, the majority of you are like from different parts and different cities, you know, different parts of Veracruz. But for example, I'm gonna choose a victim right now, and my victim is Gladys because Gladys and I, we are from the same place. Gladys, where are you from?
I'm from Veracruz.
Okay, what can you tell me about Veracruz? Is it nice?
Sometimes it's nice, sometimes not. But it's like a, I don't know, medium-sized city. It's not so big, but it's not smaller, so it's like a medium size. We have a lot of malls. We also have cinemas, restaurants, and we have ¿qué más tenemos?
Well, you can say what we don't have. Because, for example, we don't have beautiful parks. I don't think we have beautiful parks.
Well, we don't have beautiful parks. We also didn't have a good condition of the street. Sometimes there are a lot of batches.
Batches, important word, and I'm gonna type it in the chat. Batches. Okay, batches are potholes in the streets. Yes, that's true. You know, the streets are terrible here in Veracruz, guys. And a big inconvenience in Veracruz is traffic. There's a lot of traffic and there are a lot of accidents, you know, like with cars and taxis and buses and motorcycles. So that's something I don't like about Veracruz, but in general, Veracruz has nice things too, sometimes, as Gladys said. Okay, thank you very much, Gladys. Gladys, select a victim, please.
Wait.
Someone who hasn't participated today.
Judy?
But Judy already participated, but okay. Judy.
No, Judy or Julie. No,
Judy. I think she already participated today, or was that in the group? I don't know. Judy, where are you from?
From Catemaco.
Oh my gosh, Catemaco is so mythical, okay? So mystical.
Yes.
So tell us about Catemaco.
Well, is there a lot of brujos?
Yes.
It's so natural, but we haven't a lot of things. We have only a Aurrera, only a Soriana, and it's all. We have the park. It's one. But have mini parks with animals, have a lagoon, very popular, have really bad streets with a lot of potholes. But it's so beautiful for here. Natural.
Yes, of course. I mean, I haven't been to Catemaco in a really long time. I think the last time I went to Catemaco was like 20 years ago, but I still remember how beautiful it is. You know, that whole area, you know, where, you know, the Tuxtlas area, I think it's really, really beautiful. And tell me, Yuri, did you watch the Netflix movie that is supposed to be based on Catemaco?
No, I'm not watching.
My mother-in-law watched it and she said that she didn't like it, but I don't know. She's not even from Veracruz. So I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna watch it because you know I'm a chicken and I'm gonna get scared. But thank you very much, Yuri. Oh, and now that you mentioned that you have an ahorrera, Esther and Marce, I have a question for you. Is it true that the Lores supermarket already opened in Tlacotalpan?
Teacher, can you repeat?
Yes, is it
My
true?
internet is very bad. Lores
Lores,
is open.
yeah, is it open?
Yes.
Oh
Since
my
last
gosh.
December.
Seriously? Since last December?
Yes, teacher.
When was the
Yes.
last time I went to Tlacotalpan? But I went to Tlacotalpan recently to sign some documents. No manejé por esa calle. I had no idea. Me están diciendo que ya vamos a poder comprar groceries. I'm so excited. Okay, and is it big? Is it nice? It's near the market, no?
It's near to el teatro.
The theater. It's near the theater. Yeah, between the
Yes.
theater and the market, ¿no? O sea, yo recuerdo haber visto el letrero que decía próximamente, pero hasta ahí me quedé. Okay, and does it have a good variety of food and products?
So.
But is it better than the Netto?
But now it's cheaper than Netto.
It's cheaper than Netto. And Netto is cheap, let me tell you that. I don't think Netto is expensive. Okay, interesting. So you see, guys, when we go back, we are going to have a supermarket. Yay. All right, thank you. Since December, I am in shock. I'm in shock because I have been to Tlacotalpan like 4 times since December and I never noticed the Lores. Ahora, la siguiente vez que vaya a limpiar, voy a pasar a Lores. Anyways, thank you very much for the information. Okay, and let's see. Then the December 24th. Wow, I had no idea. I'm in shock. Please send me photos of the Lores porque I'm in shock, okay? I am so happy. I'm so happy that we have a Lores. Anyways, all right. And then the final topic in this section is ask about a classmate's childhood, okay? Asking about childhood. Please, everybody in the chat, not on the microphone. I want everybody participating in the chat. What questions can you ask someone about his or her childhood? ¿Qué podríamos preguntar de la niñez? Y aquí puede ser muy variado, ¿eh? Porque podemos preguntar about schools, toys, best friends, favorite teachers, different things. Vamos a ver qué preguntas ponen. Okay, the first three are, did you have a pet? Vale, tendría que ser did you have, porque el pasado ya está en el did. Okay, so did you have a pet? Did you have a favorite toy? Gladys made the correction. Sabdi, did you have pets? So did you have any pets? Con did porque es pasado. Did you have a favorite place? All right. ¿Qué más preguntaríamos de niñez? Chicos, fueron niños hace como 3 días. Come on, what would you ask? Yes. Ana?
Do you remember the name of your favorite teacher?
Excellent question. Y es mucho más compleja. Do you remember? Es una introducción a la pregunta. Very nice. Ana, do you remember the name of your first teacher? That's an excellent question. I remember the name of my first teacher from kindergarten. Her name was Adela. And I remember that she was very beautiful, like a Televisa actress. That's how I remember her. All right. Okay. And did you have an imaginary friend? What was your favorite subject? Did you cry in school sometimes? Did you have a best friend? Did you have an imaginary friend? Ya había leído. What was your favorite movie? What was your favorite Disney movie? That's another question. What did you like to play? Oh, you know, I love to play Stop. And I also like to play Hopscotch, que es el avión. I love to play that. What was your favorite food? Did you have the microornito? ¿Por qué tenías que tocar un punto tan sensible, Julie? No, I didn't have the microornito. Thank you for making me sad. Did you listen to Tatiana in your childhood? Okay, guys, did you listen to Tatiana? Oh, it's because ustedes son como de esos
Yes,
años, ¿verdad?
teacher.
Oh my
Yes, a lot.
gosh, it's because you're
Yeah, teacher.
famous. You listened to Tatiana. Oh my gosh. All right, nice. Did
Tatiana
you
and Cricri.
and Cricri? You know, I think that children today, they don't really listen to Cricri anymore. That's sad. I think all children should listen to Cricri. The other day I had to, when I had to go to pick up my diploma, when I had to go to Puebla to pick up my título, on the way, I was trying to remember the lyrics for the Three Piggies, Los Tres Cochinitos, y me di cuenta que ya no me acuerdo de la letra. It was very sad, okay? All right, did you have a favorite video game? Did you, fíjate, Pau, que tu pregunta está súper bien, yo le agregaría un ever para que fuera alguna vez. Did you ever fall off a swing? For example, in my case, no, I never fell off a swing because my parents, they were overprotective. No me metieron en una burbuja porque no pudieron, se los juro. Okay, that's very bad. Don't do that to children. Okay, remember, be very Montessori. Déjenlos correr y ser libres, all right? So, what was your favorite cartoon? What was your favorite cartoon again? Okay, very good. So those are all excellent questions, okay? And those are things that we have discussed in the past on Tumblr. By the way, traten de ir rescatando su contraseña del Tumblr porque lo vamos a volver a usar, ¿eh? Okay, excellent, excellent, excellent. Very good. So now, ¿por qué precias esto? Porque me odia. I think it's like the 10th time I have to reload the Prezi. Very bad. Estás perdiendo mi amor, Prezi. Me voy a ir a Canva. All right. So sorry. I think it's also our internet. I think that since it has been raining in Veracruz everywhere, so that's why we're having problems. But I don't know. Okay, so let's see now. Okay, babies. What princess did you want to be? That's such a beautiful question. And Pao, tell me, what princess did you want to be? What princess did you want to be? Mulan, seriously. You know, I was obsessed with the Sleeping Beauty, with Aurora, and with Belle from Beauty and the Beast. Those were my two obsessions growing up, okay? So how about the rest of you? I'm gonna change the question a little bit. Pao's question, by the way, extra choco points, Pao, because that question is perfect, okay? Which princess did you want to be? But I'm gonna change it a little bit for who was your favorite Disney princess? Babies, growing up, who was your favorite Disney princess? En lo que las chicas me responden en el chat, Milton, no te vamos a dejar fuera, tengo una pregunta diferente para ti. Milton, did you watch the Disney princess movies when you were a child?
No, teacher.
No, it's logical because I mean you are a boy y
bueno,
luego
no sé si Hannah Montana
¿no?
cuenta como princesa.
Who?
Hannah Montana cuenta como princesa.
Debería, but no.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. So, but you used to watch Hannah Montana.
Yes, teacher.
Oh, that's super nice. Every day. Yes. You know, I think that Miley Cyrus' career has been incredible. I mean, I kind of understand why she tried to make like these changes in her personality and her appearance to distance herself from Hannah Montana. It couldn't have been easy. Imagine being a child and being absorbed by like the Disney Corporation. It can't be easy. So I really, really admire Miley. All right. Okay, so we have some Cinderella, some Snow White, some Mulans, and some Snow Whites in the chat, some Bells. Okay, nice. Yeah, you know, Disney movies are something every kid should watch. I was asking Milton if he had watched the Disney princess movies because I know, for example, like my husband growing up, he tells me that he never watched the Disney princess movies growing up because he didn't have a sister. So he grew up with his brother Hector and they never watched Disney princess. They watched like The Lion King, Tarzan, Hercules, but never the Disney princesses. So now, of course, being a good wife, I have forced him to watch the Disney princess movies. Ahora se los tiene que chutar, ni modo, okay? But it's part of an education. So Milton, as a child, you didn't watch them, but now have you watched any Disney princess movies?
Can you repeat, please, teacher?
Yes. You didn't watch the Disney princess movies as a child, but have you watched them as an adult or as a teenager? ¿Las has visto ya?
No.
No?
No.
Get ready. When you get married or when you have children, you're gonna have to watch them. So get mentally
No.
prepared, Milton. Yes, yeah. To be honest, I think you will. Si no, checa ahorita Facebook toda la obsesión con las muñequitas de McDonald's. Ya te veo
Okay.
consiguiendo muñequitas y viendo las películas, Milton. Mentalízate, ¿ok?
El 22.
At 22, because you said you were gonna have a baby at 22, no? So there you go.
Yeah.
Okay, get ready. Start collecting the movies, Milton. All right, so thank you very much, guys. And let's see. Now, we have how good are you in these things? And I have 4 categories. I have listening, pronunciation, writing, and reading. I don't think we have enough time to do all of them today, but let's try to do 2, okay? And then we'll do the other 2 next class. So, what do you want to start with? What do you prefer? Should we start with reading, with writing, with pronunciation, or with listening? Acepto votos. Con ninguna, ¿verdad? Which one do you want to do right now? Reading and writing, says Marce. What about the rest of the people? ¿Qué opinan?
With reading.
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 And pronunciation.
And pronunciation. Okay, look. Let's do a little bit of reading because the reading is long. Y si nos da tiempo, nos vamos con listening y dejamos pronunciation y writing for next time. All right? So let's see. Reading. Tú. No me falles, Preci. Que no me falles. También me pregunto si es porque estoy en Safari. Y si cambio a Chrome. Okay, I'm going to try to change to Chrome. Give me a second. Preci. Babies, have they told you if this semester you're going to practice online or if you're going to wait to practice presencial? ¿Les han dicho algo de sus prácticas?
No, teacher.
No les han dicho, you should start practicing, babies. Como fuera, pero yo digo que ya deberían de practicar. So you can start planning. Porque mi recomendación es, si van a practicar en línea, no utilicen Prezi, está fallando mucho.
Teacher, no sabemos si vamos a vivir mañana.
Ya lo sé, ya lo sé. Nadie lo sabe. Definitivamente mi Tamagotchi no lo sabe tampoco. Ya despertó, esperen.
Quizá un brujo de Catemaco lo sepa.
Maybe we should ask a brujo.
Al rato les checo, teacher.
Thank you. Please textos on WhatsApp, a ver qué dijeran. ¿Por qué, Prezi? ¿Por qué mueres? Babies, the conclusion is, if you practice online, try to use Canva, don't use Prezi, porque Prezi está muriendo. Okay, well, anyways, so for the reading, we are going to work on a comic, okay, a funny story that is called The God of Cake. Have you ever read or have you ever seen online? What is the book? What is the book? Have you ever seen this character online? Have you ever seen this meme? ¿Lo reconocen de algún meme?
Yes.
Yeah, right? Okay, so this character became very popular and it's a series of online stories. So right now we're gonna start reading one that is obviously in this book, but I'm not gonna show it to you like that. The author of this book, of these stories, of this meme has a website, so we're gonna read it from there, all right? So just give me a second. Yeah. No. Okay, today the internet hates me. Okay, guys, can you read it? Can you see the text? ¿Lo alcanzan a ver?
Yes, teacher.
Yes,
teacher.
perfect. So this is a mechanic, okay? We're going to take turns reading. Para los turnos me voy a ir en el orden en el que me aparecen en Zoom para no complicarnos mucho, okay? So the name of the story is The God of Cake, okay? The God of Cake. What is the God of Cake? ¿Cómo lo interpretan?
El dios del
El dios
pastel.
del pastel.
El dios del pastel, yeah, exactly, the God of Cake, okay? Déjenme intentar hacerle un zoom más. Okay, very good. All right, so there we go. The God of Cake. So in this case, we have the god of cake. I'm gonna read the first paragraph and then I am gonna start taking victims. So the god of cake. My mom baked the most fantastic cake for my grandfather's 73rd birthday. The cake was slathered in impossibly thick frosting and topped with an assortment of delightful creatures which my mom crafted out of mini marshmallows and toothpicks. To a 4-year-old child, it was a thing of wonder, half toy, half cake, and all glorious possibility. And this is the cake that she's describing, okay? You know, the marshmallows are making animals. That's the cake that the mother made for the grandfather's 73rd birthday, all right? So let's see, my first victim is Adri. Recuerden que voy a ir siguiendo el orden de la lista en Zoom. So Adri.
Yes, but my mom knew that it was extremely important to keep the cake away from me because she knew that if was always even a teeny amount of sugar. Not only would I become intensely hyperactive, but the entire scope of my existence would funnel down to the singular goal of obtaining and ingesting more sugar. My need for sugar will become so massive that it will collapse in open itself and create a vacuum into which even more sugar will be drawn until all the world has been stripped of
sweetness. Okay, so what she's describing here is that the mother knew that it was very important to keep the girl away from the cake because if she ate the cake, she was going to become crazy with sugar. Okay, so that's basically it. And this is a representation of her absorbing all the sugar from the world. Okay. Now, la siguiente persona lo tiene bien fácil. Ale.
So when I am managed to go onto the counter and grab a handful of cake while my mom's back was turned, an irreversible change reaction was set into motion.
Okay, so she says that when she managed to grab a handful es lo que puedes agarrar con tu mano. Y aquí podemos ver lo que pudo agarrar con su mano, ¿no? A handful of cake, an irreversible chain reaction was set in motion. O sea, se desataron ciertos eventos. Ale, ayúdanos con esto, por favor. Léelo como si fueras la mamá.
This is for grandpa, not for you.
Look at her face. Okay. Okay, so this is a result of her eating cake. Okay, Ale, can you read it?
Cake is the only thing that matters.
Cake is the only thing that matters in the world, in the universe. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, Alo, you're gonna read this, and Ana Yancy, you're gonna read the next one. Okay, Alo? I had
tasted cake and there was no going back. My teeny body had morphed into a grating mass of pure
tenacity
and cast in a layer of desperation. It was hit of the cake or I will evaporate from the sheer power of my desire to hate him.
Okay, thank you very much. Before Nayansi, I have a question, guys. What is tenacity? It's very similar in Spanish.
Tenacidad.
Tenacidad.
My mom had prepared the cake.
No, wait, Ana, wait. ¿Qué es tenacidad? ¿Qué significa ser tenaz? Es español, no es inglés.
Como ser decidido a la hora de hacer algo.
Ser muy decidido que una vez que te fijas algo, nada te puede convencer de abandonarlo, que eres tenaz, eres persistente, eres muy insistente, como muy luchón, así llevado al 1000%. So what happened is that when she tasted the cake, she became a mass of pure tenacity. So I would eat all of the cake or I would evaporate from the sheer power of my desire to eat it, ¿no? Es como conseguir el pastel o morir en el intento, algo así. Okay, Anna, please.
My mom had prepared the cake early in the day to get the dust out of the way. She thought, así se pronuncia,
Thought,
teacher.
yes, very good. Yeah, she thought.
She was being efficient, but really she had only ensured that she would be forced to spend the whole day protecting the cake from my all.
Encompassing
Me to eat it. I followed her around doggedly. Yes?
Yes.
Hoping that she would set the cake down just for a moment.
Okay, so in this paragraph, basically we can see the mother's mistake. The mother made a mistake. Her mistake was making the cake early in the day, okay? So she made the cake early, and what the girl is describing that with this action, the mom had only ensured that she would be forced to spend the whole day protecting the cake. El error de haberlo preparado temprano es que ahora lo tiene que cuidar todo el día de this little monster, okay? All right, Ale, you are the mother, okay? Por favor, léenos a la mamá.
Stop it.
Okay. Thank you very much. Gladys?
My mom really tired of having to hold the cake out of my reach. She tried to hide the cake, but I found it almost immediately. She tried putting the cake on the top of the refrigerator, but my freakish
yes,
climbing ability soon proved it to be an unsatisfactory solution.
Okay, very good. So the mom said like, yeah, let's put it on top of the fridge, but her freakish like in a freak, que es un fenómeno. So her freakish climbing ability, she's basically Spider-Man, proved it to be an unsatisfactory solution, all right? Okay, so yeah, this girl is a monster. Ale?
No.
I love Ale. All right, thank you. Okay, so then, Cami? 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 Okay, next person, Marce?
Her next attempt at cake security involved putting the cake in the refrigerator and then placing a very heavy box in front of the refrigerator's door.
Okay, so that is what the mother tried to do next, okay? To put the cake in the refrigerator, and she put a very heavy box in front of the refrigerator door. So this is the solution. Sorry, Marce, could you read these two lines as well?
Yes, the box was far too heavy for me to move. When I discovered that I couldn't move the box, I decided that the next best strategy would be to dramatically throw my body against it until my mom was forced to move it or allow me to destroy myself.
Okay, so this is what she decided to do, to start throwing herself against the box so that the mother would decide to move it. Okay, I read the next one because it's very short. Ale, get ready. Surprisingly, this tactic did not garner much sympathy. Ale?
Get up. Go play with your toys.
Toys. Okay. So I went and played with my toys, but I did not enjoy it. So can you see how she's playing, but she's not enjoying it? Okay. Thank you. All right, Jasmine. Jasmine. Me salté a Sam porque Sam tiene problemas con el micrófono. So Jasmine, could you read, please?
Teacher Jasmine has problems with her microphone
too. Okay, thank you very much. Mariana, can you open your microphone? Mariana Gonzalez.
Yes, teacher.
Thank you. Please keep reading.
I have to stay focused.
Focus. Thank you.
I played vehemently for the rest of the afternoon. All of my toys died horrible deaths at last once, but I never lost sight of my goal. Continues?
Yes, please.
My mom finally came to get me. She handed me and I dressed and told me to put it on because we were leaving for the party soon. I put the dress on the backwards just to make her life slightly more difficult.
Yes.
I was herder into the car and strapped securely into my car seat. As if to taunt me, my mom placed the cake in the passenger seat, just out of my reach.
Okay, very good. I'm just gonna repeat one part because I want you to notice how monstrous this little girl is, okay? So my mom finally came to get me. She handed me, hand de mano. When you hand a person something es que se lo das, okay? Es un verbo. Hand es verbo también. Ya sé, inglés, ¿no? So she handed me a dress and told me to put it on because we were leaving for the party soon. Entonces la mamá le da el vestido, es like, put it on because we're going to the party. And she says, I put the dress on backwards. ¿Qué significa backwards?
¿Grosería?
No, backwards, ¿no? Backwards es cuando te pones algo al revés. ¿Les ha pasado que de repente se ponen algo y está al revés? Yes, very good. So she says, I put the dress on backwards. ¿Y por qué lo hizo? Just to make her life slightly more difficult. ¿Ok? Solo lo hizo por molestar a la mamá. Así de terrible es. And then the mom put the cake in the front seat and she can't touch the cake, okay, because it's out of her reach. I'll read the next one. We arrived at my grandparents' house and I was immediately accosted by my doting grandmother while my mom walked away holding the cake. Okay, this is the grandma. And let's see, Milton, you're the grandma.
Come to grandma.
Thank you. Come to grandma. Okay. Okay, Milton, can you read a little bit more? Please read the half the paragraph. Yo te detengo.
Okay, sure. I could see my mom and the cake disappearing into the hallway as I watched helplessly. Helplessly, I struggled against my grandmother's loving embrace, but my efforts were futile. I heard the sound of a door shutting and then a lock sliding into place. My mom had the cake in the back bedroom. How was I going to get to it now?
Thank you very much. Stop. All right, now here I have a word I want to explain to you. Okay, she says, I struggled against my grandmother's loving embrace. Struggle es lo que ella está haciendo ahorita. ¿Qué está haciendo? Luchar, exacto. Sometimes we can struggle with money, we can struggle with school, okay, es cuando estamos teniendo problemas con algo, pero en el sentido físico es luchar, all right, so I struggle, lo dramático de la narración, I struggled against my grandmother's loving embrace, okay, so the grandma is all like, oh, I love you, and the little monster is like, cake, no? So that's basically the story. Okay, so she says, my mom had locked the cake in the back bedroom. O sea, the mom took the cake to a bedroom and she locked the cake in the bedroom. Lo encerró ahí y dijo ya, para que se acabe el relajo, ¿no? How was I going to get it out now? I hadn't yet learned the art of lock picking. Lock picking es cuando tú puedes forzar cerraduras, okay? So, and I wasn't nearly strong enough to kick the door in. It felt as though all my life's aspirations were slipping away from me in a landslide of tragedy. How could they do this to me? How could they just sit there placidly as my reason for living slowly faded from my grasp? I couldn't take it. My little mind began to crumble. Okay, so she's suffering so much. The mother is a monster. How could she do that to her, right? Okay, and then let's see, Nicole, can you continue reading, please? And then?
And then, right there in my grandmother's arms, I lapsed into a full-scale psychological meltdown. My collective frustrations burst from my tiny body like bees from a nest that had just been pelted with a rock.
Okay, so her frustration was reaching like a peak, right? So if you have interacted with little children, you know that when little children get really, really upset, sometimes they can go crazy. So this is exactly what happened, no? The grandmother and the kid. Okay, thank you very much. Pau, ¿sirve tu micrófono? Pau Hernández?
Creo que sí. ¿Me escuchas?
Yes, te escuchamos, bajito, pero te escuchamos. Could you please read the next part?
It was unanimously decided that I would need to go play outside until I was able to regain my composure and stop yelling and punching.
Punching.
Punching. I was banished to the patio where I stood peering dolefully through the sliding glass door, trying to look as pitiful as possible.
Okay, thank you very much. So what happened here is that the adults at the party, you know, the grandparents, the mother, the father probably, they decided that she should play outside. Entonces la encerraron en el patio. Y aquí está intentando dar lástima. She says, trying to look as pitiful as possible. O sea, intentando inspirar lástima. That's her next strategy. You see? Okay, thank you very much, Pau. Vale, could you read the next part?
Yes, teacher. I know the cake was locked securely in the bedroom, but if I could just get them to let me inside, maybe I could find a way to get to it. After all, desperation breeds ingenuity. I could possibly build an explosive device or some sort of police system. I had to try, but at that point, my only real option was to manipulate their emotions so they pity me and willfully allow me to get closer to the cake.
Okay, very good. So I just want you to see how obsessed she is with the cake. She says that her only option in this moment is to manipulate their emotions, okay? So that they will let her or give her permission to get to the cake, okay? So when my theatrics is literal de teatro, el teatro que montas, okay? When my theatrics failed to produce the desired results, I resorted to crying very loudly right up against the glass. So what is she doing here? ¿Qué está haciendo ahí?
Llorando contra el cristal.
Ok, pero no solo llorando, ok, porque llorando, maybe you can do it quietly. She's crying very loudly. Entonces, ¿cómo se la imaginan?
Está berreando.
Está berreando, así es. So, that's what she's doing. Pero en el cristal para que la vean, porque recuerden que su objetivo es hacerse la víctima, ok? All right, very good. So, let's see. Jime, could you read the next part?
I carried on in that fashion until my mom poked her head outside, and instead of taking pity on me and warmly inviting me back inside as I hoped, told me to go play in the inside yard because I was fogging up the glass and my unconscionably sobbing was upsetting my grandmother.
Okay, so did her
Continue.
plan work? No, I'll make a parenthesis here. I'll read the next part. Thank you, Jime. So her plan didn't work, you know. So she imagined that the mother was going to open the door and say like, yes, baby, come here. But the mom said, no, go play to the side yard. Vete al patio, como que me imagino que abarca una parte lateral, o sea, vete al lado del patio porque estás haciendo sentir mal a tu abuela or something like that, all right? Okay, so I trudged around to the side of the house, glaring reproachfully over my shoulder and thinking about how sorry my mom would be if I were to die out here, okay? So she's imagining, si me muero, mi mamá se va a sentir re mal. So she'd wish she would have listened. She'd wish she'd had given me a piece of cake, but it would be too late. Okay, Ale, ¿eres la mamá en su imaginación?
Could I swear I'll give her a piece of cake if you just bring her back, my poor baby.
Okay, that's what she imagines the mother is going to do. Si ella se muere por estar en el patio, okay? All right, and then, but as I rounded the corner, o sea, cuando le dio la vuelta como que a la pared, okay? The personal tragedy I was constructing in my imagination was interrupted by a silver of hope, o sea, un rayo de esperanza. Recordemos, ¿dónde estaba el pastel? Does anybody remember? In this moment of the story, where is the cake?
Estaba encerrado en una habitación.
Una habitación, pero ella dijo que era a back bedroom, o sea, una habitación como de la parte de atrás de la casa, ¿ok? So, just above my head, there was a window. On the other side of that particular window was the room in which my mom had locked the cake, and the window was open. Chum, 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 okay? So now let's see, please, let's continue with Yara. Yara, can you read this?
Yes, teacher. The window was covered by a screen, but my dad had shown me how to remove a screen as a preemptive safety measure in case I was trapped. I was trapped in a fire and he couldn't get to me. And I turned out of the too stupid to figure out how to kick in a screen to escape death by burning.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, so yeah, it says that the window was covered by a screen. ¿Qué significa screen en español? Screen. You know what a screen is?
Una pantalla.
Una pantalla. Entonces, ¿qué significará o cuál será el equivalente muy jarocho mexicano de que le pongamos una pantalla a una ventana?
Un mosquitero.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, very good. Yeah, good job. So the window was covered by a screen, but my dad had shown me how to remove a screen. Okay, el papá sin querer le enseñó, bueno, no sin querer, le había enseñado ya cómo se quitan esas cosas de la ventana as a preemptive safety measure in case I was trapped in a fire, por si un día había un incendio, okay? And he couldn't get to me. And I turned out to be too stupid to figure out how to kick in a screen to escape death by burning. El papá por su seguridad le enseñó a quitarlas, lo que probará ser un enorme error. Okay? So I clambered up the side of the house and pushed the screen with all my strength. It gave way and suddenly there I was, mere feet from the cake, unimpeded by even a single obstacle. The cake, finally. Okay, so let's see who's next. Jessie, can you read this, please? Jessie, can you open your microphone?
Yes, teacher.
Okay.
I can't fully believe what had just occurred. I crept slowly, reverently, toward the gate, my body quivering with anticipation. It was mine, all mine.
Yes, it was mine, all mine. Okay, thank you. So let's see, Julie.
Julie, ¿verdad?
Yes, Julie.
I ate the entire cake. At one point, I remember becoming aware of the oppressive fullness boiling inside of me, but I kept,
el pasado de keep, o sea, continuó. Ajá.
But I kept eating out of a combination of spade and strawberries. Strawberries. No one could tell me not to eat only tier cake. Not my mom, not Santa, not God, no one. I would eat cake whenever I would please it. It was my cake. Everyone else could go fuck themselves.
Yes, okay, so it was my cake and everyone else could go fuck themselves, all right? So, lo consiguió finalmente. So, meanwhile, thank you very much, Julie. Meanwhile, in the kitchen, my mother suddenly noticed she hadn't heard my tortured sobbing. Sobbing is like crying. She hadn't heard my tortured crying in a while. Ya saben, como cuando escuchas que un niño no está haciendo ruido. So, that's the mom's face in this moment. So she became concerned because it was unusual for my tantrums to stop on their own like that. So she went looking for me. When she couldn't find me anywhere, she finally thought to unlock the bedroom door and peek inside. ¿Qué creen que va a encontrar la mamá?
Probablemente el pastel, no.
Yeah, probably not. Let's see what she's gonna find. And there I was.
Bruce,
yes, exactly. Okay, all right, this one is long, but we're gonna split it. One sentence Yuri, one sentence Abdi, and one sentence I. Come on, Yuri, you start.
I spent the rest of the evening in a
hyperglycemic
feed, alternately running around like a maniac and regurgitating the multicolored remains of my conquest all over my grandparents' carpet.
Thank you very much. Babies, what do you think regurgitating is? Es similar en español, ¿no?
Guacareada.
Exactly, all right, yes, exactly. So she spent the afternoon running like a maniac and then regurgitating, running and then regurgitating, all right? Thank you. Okay, Sabdi?
I was so miserable, but my suffering was small compared to the satisfaction I felt every time my horrible, conniving mother had to watch me reach up another rainbow of sweet, semi-digested success. This is for you, Mom.
Okay, this is for you, Mom. Continue.
This is what happens when you try to get between me and cake.
Thank you very much. All right, Sai?
I silently challenged her to try again to prevent me from obtaining something I wanted. I used one, just to see what could happen. It didn't matter how violently I felt in that moment. I was a god, the god of a cake, and I was unstoppable.
And I was unstoppable. Nobody could stop her, okay? So my favorite part of this story is how in the end she gets sick. She gets sick because she starts vomiting. And even though she's sick, she's still thinking like, this is for you, Mom. This is what happens when you try to stop me from eating cake. A eso le llamamos pettiness. When you are petty, es que eres así como de resentido en algún momento y estás dispuesto a hacer cosas que son medio patéticas, ¿no? Por ese resentimiento. O sea, that is pettiness, ¿ok? Lo que está haciendo, está vomitando, se está sintiendo mal, pero es así de, this is for you, Mom. So, she's very petty. Okay, babies. So now, we didn't have time for the rest of the activities, so we're gonna do them on the next session, but if Sun wants to work, Prezi doesn't want to work anymore. Mi última pregunta para cerrar la clase hoy es, how did you feel? How did you feel with the different activities? Porque mezclé como de muchos niveles las actividades. How did you feel, babies? Yes, I mean, good, bad, so-so.
I feel good, but a little bit confused with the food. No, cooking.
With cooking,
the
okay.
cooking.
Okay, maybe that's something that we need to practice before going to blue, aunque en blue vuelve a haber cooking, so don't worry about it. Okay, how about the rest of the people? How did you feel with the topics and with everything? Anything that's difficult? Adri?
I feel okay. I like this practice because I don't remember some things.
You didn't remember some things. Gladys says that most of the time she felt okay. All right, so I'm asking guys because this is the moment. Todavía nos quedan unas cuantas habilidades por practicar, but this is the moment where if you consider you need to practice something, please tell me. Tell me so that we can practice it together. Porque una vez que empezamos con lo del nivel azul, ahora sí que ya no nos detenemos, ¿no? Entonces, en español, let's switch back to Spanish. ¿Alguna duda, inquietud, algo que les costara mucho trabajo? I don't know. Los escucho.
Creo que al igual que fue Sabdi, ¿no? Le que habló. Creo que al igual que Sabdi estoy bastante confundida con lo de las recetas y la comida y todo eso. Como que en el momento sentí como, oh, soy la más experta, pero pues ahora que estuvimos haciendo la práctica fue lo que más me costó.
Lo que más te costó. Ok, thank you very much, Julie. Sabdi que no fue ella, pero sí se comentó ahorita, ok. All right, anybody else?
Era su voz.
¿Estamos listos para el blue? Ready, ready, mega ready?
Más o menos.
A little bit.
A little bit.
No diría que mega ready, pero pues más o menos.
No, okay, and now let me tell you my perspective, okay? If I try and analyze what you guys were capable of doing 2 years ago when you started Red and I compare it to what you do now, I think there is a huge difference. For example, in the story, this story, I mean, no es una historia de libro de inglés, no es algo que podemos encontrar en la web, porque hay algo que naturalmente está en inglés. Y sí, supongo que hubo un montón de palabras que no conocieron porque varias eran bastante avanzadas y porque la autora tiene una forma muy, no sé, rimbombante de escribir algunas cosas para enfatizar lo dramático que es su personaje, ¿ok? But in general, I consider that you got the idea of the story, ¿ok? Entendieron al menos la secuencia de eventos del principio, medio y fin, ¿ok? So I think that is like great advance. So if you ask me, I think you guys are up to the level. Of course, it is normal to feel insecure. Of course, it is normal to have to practice some things, but I think that you guys are ready for blue, all right? But in order to be ready for blue, it is super necessary that we continue practicing certain things from the past, all right? So that's why we are doing this practice activity. And I think that from time to time, igual y la estrategia de este semestre va a ser que cuando terminemos bloques, en lugar de hacer un quiz o de hacer un proyecto, a veces también los voy a mandar a llamar a ejercicios en parejas, como el que había convocado ayer, ¿ok? Porque creo que sí es necesario. De repente lo que yo noto también es que, I don't know if, si es miedo o si es, pueden ser varias cosas, puede ser miedo, puede ser inseguridad, que es como miedo, no sé por qué lo repetí, puede ser un poco de apatía incluso. You guys don't give that much information, and I think you can do it. Volverse competente en un idioma y no nada más inglés, cualquier idioma, requiere dar un cierto salto de fe en algún punto. El conocimiento de la gramática, mal que bien ya lo tienen, les costaron trabajo las recetas, pero no van a andar por el mundo dando la receta de cómo hacer cosas, ¿ok? Creo. Pero aquí realmente es una cuestión de creérsela, de ponerse en la actitud de puedo y puedo decir todo lo que estoy pensando, ¿ok? Hasta que no den ese salto, que es individual y que es completamente intrapersonal, tal vez no noten una enorme diferencia. So my recommendation would be, babies, tienen el nivel. Nada más anímense a realmente intentar decir todo lo que puedan en inglés en la clase de inglés porque es donde tenemos que aprovechar, ¿ok? So thank you very much for being here today. I'm going to stop the recording y les mando mensajito para decirles cómo quedamos con la siguiente sesión, ¿ok?